The cat out of the bag, pal.
A fool more.
Now that it will be to
I'm sorry, my name the work or
Why the suspendees?
Where is okay?
Mr. To Yansha Ghana Premier League in common asset.
Yeah.
Now, and any weekend.
How many wins, draws?
Exactly. Away, Holy Stars, Baseke, and Kotoko. Away, no. Away wins.
Holy Stars, no.
Baseke Holy Stars.
How many free him?
How many free Baseke crew? Se Baseke ne crew.
Abdul Salam Oya.
Yeah.
Munya yi. Na se go for mu ya de na no mu kan sem se. Obi pie bi o ma tigo.
You find a very good coach. They've brought in new players. Bueno, she go no. Oh yeah, last year no we amaso nti direct link to Ghazali.
Ghazali nkola ni bia.
On share the winning goal ma Suffolk. Nti no, it is no o my proper recruitment so nkola omo be tietin crofo. Do hwe game na omo tu
me in the team na chibwa.
Yeah, what this backing to replace Karela. Yeah, to replace Karela after some form free and you know. Yes, in team I say on the to Basek.
Obi any bra no asa.
Derby. So to Derby. Obi
any. No, the team bia as what them be call Accra bia was what say.
I say to let's start it yini. Bon obetimi a may I have the lineup here obetimi a. And now this was the lineup of Artofuk. Now Mr. To enwe na me dwene has in common hu ye. And at some point I felt that Echitafo ni enya abotre. But Mr. To because the entire I'm feeling Echitafo ni enya abotre ni say. You look at the Artofuk team, it's a new team. I put you up. There are a lot of new faces than old faces. And naturally, this is match day 1. After one game, team will lose. There's still a lot. I'll be me. No, Mr. Tumeba. Meba. At some point, I thought the Heartful fans should have that patience. It's match day 1. Yenko baby. 2. The Heartful starting 11 had 7 new players.
Nabasake for
Mr. Tu,
say analysis and in this case quite comparative.
Yeah.
Basake for
now I'm looking at the hearts.
I'm sure the hearts for support.
Remember
I'm coming. If they had lost to Samatex, or if they had lost to Mediema and not teams, Johnny just come. Then he comes to that Crasbo Stadium and beat you.
Me started my starting comment. Me say, and at some point I felt it was too early, and the reasons Nibi said this is a new Heartful team. So to hear here, Benjamin Asare first competitive game for Hearts, Samuel Amofes first competitive game for Hearts, Ransford Mensah's first competitive game for Hearts, Asamoah Boateng first league game for Hearts, Yaya Dramani, Maoli Wayo, and Ahmed Ramsey. 7 new players. Intika ewo baby a Quebec so team na fe na coach na ehhye. But the other side of the coin, na no pay. Whilst I was still trying to process, na nka san kama eba baby a wo no, is the fact that the existing manager is yet to give out to folk fans something to believe in. Because I was just going to the statistics of Ouattara, and we're losing 27 points out of 51 points in matches wabo so far. Meaning Ouattara losing more matches, more points than the number of points our JDM had to folk. And clearly, o check how fast we last season and this season, there's little sign of improvement. Because last season, in your baby any goal stars Obesha has our Accra Sports Stadium under Ouattara. Then your Accra Lions Obesha has under Ouattara our Accra Sports Stadium. A Diana Stars Obesha has, and now this season Baseke Holy Stars Swababesho. So Ouattara and Timinya formidable. Ultimate building a solid grounds when the home matches are over. So when you turn it to that side of the coin, then you understand why the Heartful fans are agitated. But can normally dear comes to two and team na yes send for fro players for fraba first game dear and can wait me out preachy patience. But the other side and the statistics around the manager no a complicated issue no.
The what can't boom in so I'm struggling to get you because one who is the team for France anything? Isn't what I was there last season?
Exactly. But to was for
but I know why what a decision is to fix players at where one or more in
yes.
Now what is for France say?
No, to us in that case, it might take some time.
That was similar position on Ten Hag. Also, it's for he's fixed about 4 or 5 new positions.
Ten Hag has been there for 3 seasons. 2 TMia. When it comes to Ten Hag, I talk about the number of years he has been there. Ouattara is yet to. Ouattara and Drew 1 year. You can have defense for Ouattara. The minimum said them if you understand my point, you can have defense for Ouattara because
I don't understand.
The line now. How to book new goalkeeper, new right back, new left back. One of the center backs a new player. Your clubs be the Kotoko factor. I minimum. Your clubs be or met me a hitting from the word go with the new players. You will also it will take them time before the players will settle. You will be an idea. If you have a Kotoko so similar event on also Kobo against Karela, a back five new. But ABA Kotoko players now have been able to settle faster than that of Hard to Folk.
So your delay in settling faster is what the supporters are worried about.
And
I don't know, be a man they are settled faster.
Worry
now they settle faster.
Worry in the spot on. They have every right to
and
worry.
I'm sure
the other side of the coin.
I think one of their main problems is the opponent,
which is also true.
A newly promoted side, a new coach, new players. They come just all call. Usually can lose to them at home.
Yeah.
So call or there, but they move all the way through this traffic lights. No matter by crash, so they come and beat you and go. What see you have not settled faster?
No, so towards them I can say, hey, let's to watch the team well. Also, Ouattara, you know, the ama when you complicated. Last season the NNA account. Last season the NNA account. But in football terms, per year, Mr. Two, this House of Folk team is too new. And you see, the pressure of playing for Holy Stars will be different from the pressure of playing for Heart to Folk. And you know, beyond Mr. Two, after one game, what is truly in him, no, obey me adanity. Mr. Two share Ramsey, you no, no, check him out, wayo, check him out, Dramani. So the chemistry will not come at a word go. And you can say, sir, Ouattara as a manager need to improve. And then to be over so the standard of the club
improves. They will but for the time being, they are disappointed in him.
Which they are in the right way to disappoint. But still, no. After being disappointed, no, you can still sit back and say, let's give him some matches. Whether if these players can improve, no matter justify the entry new coach in the for mobile. That is where Mimi Freebano. Because clearly it has not been a good one for him. Per the year in the last season, any baby I was starting at the Mr. 2 and yefe and yakono. I was just telling you the statistics. We're winning 7 matches, we lose to 7, and we about draw 3. Meaning we lose to 27 points. So a manager, a lot of hype around you. Ushe baby I know Freeba, na Mr. 2 utie Nyauta Maklu. Utie Togo Afede. Time I know mu describe Ouattara. Eka say he's the best manager in Ghana based on his CV and everything. So Ubemwa, we expect you to deliver resource and merit with CV. But me, for instance, I kept on saying, say, how new the Heart to Folk players near, and how some of them even join Heart to Folk. How late they joined during the preseason. Moto has almost started by first half of their preseason. Now Mauli Wayomo, Yaya Dramani mo, Ransford Men, some no Munyamba team. These were players time I has try recruitment. That was when they went in for these players. Danger man say okay. And as our players no time I has a breaky and now Watara and your more justify. So they were now just the honor. Heart of Lions game, no. So after the Heart of Lions game, no, some of the players improve and some Heart of Folk sign you. So there are certain factors that if you decide to look at it, you might understand why Heart of Folk a slow start. But the fear factor here, what happened last season, and the fact that preseason and sending hopes, and the first game no so and sending hopes. So the fans have every reason to be disappointed. But again, the other side of the coin, they say they should have some level of patience for this team.
Okay,
that is maybe I'm free ban because yes, but from a footballing point, most of these players, their first Premier League match for Heart to Folk, majority of them, they join Heart to Folk late during preseason.
As players, no majority more Premier League.
No, first game for Hearts Premier League.
Just saying.
Almost first game, almost say Hearts Jesse about Premier League
players.
Not all of them,
but most of them are Premier League players.
Me also say Ransford, you know about them, but Ramsey, now our kind of saying, our new Edubiase. Division 1. Now I'm still to Hearts lineup Premier. Players are already 3 seasons. 3 seasons.
But this is a decision of City. Obi decided say we only had the best option for him on that occasion. So Nanka Obi timide for Fraba.
No, ebi ni ho. Hearts team no so to say they are now building a team. So we have proper way. Perhaps they are now building. Or say Sibe last season or by from Division 1. Ransford and Ponsa from Asekem last season. Samuel Amofa go to Baby and Go Stars. He was not a starter, non-starter or Go Stars. Then you come to Hamza Issa. Last season, I'm promoting free Aras Bahas. Ransford Mensa freedom bought Division 1. As a more team from Nations FC, the first league game for us. Yaya Dramani from Baby and Go Stars. Maulu Wayo from Go Stars. Salim Adams. Only player back one from New Dubiase, then he moved to Cincinnati and San Wasaba back. And I have Fred Ramsey. So to the Heart to Folk team, critical analysis, the number of years the players have spent, the number of top level football experience as our players we won, and shut down Dawson. So you can easily say that Hearts is now building a new team.
I think we are coming from different angles. Joseph Jaima.
So too, Matthias.
My
point, no.
What we are seeing here, it's the making of a group of people.
Yeah.
I want a team, no. And they at all point in time thought that we and a Bebo Hearts. And yes, I commit my lineup. A Premier Division for but they decide to get rid of them and bring this one. So in that case, we judge you based on the decisions you make.
Exactly.
And it's all bona uluswa. And I said they all can they almost lose 5 matches. Also, excuse
no. So 2-5 there now.
No, they go there. If they lose the next away game, I'm sure you have stronger defense for them. Yeah, man said that's next game you're mine.
I'm Pando. I'm Heart of Lions.
So another away game. What I say? If they lose to Pando, I don't think these players will have any problem.
The issue is when you are building, it's your improvement. It was must steady. One thing I'm saying is improvement from Watara is a must. And so you improve. Yes, sheshe. I feel na the foundation no more. But I say every game will be ani. You who say before Fraba be kan ho, ama money peja. And they did GDA no ebe free abontin be ba be show. Now, Mr. Tuo Kotoko had an excellent game, Enra. The lineup of Kotoko now raised a lot of questions, especially in the middle. They started with Camara, and obvious because now Frederick Asaria took one. Definitely Camara never started. Lord Amwa, a new player. Smart, a new player. Samba and Ablo, meaning Blay and Ansuno more bench. And a call for the 2 Wafa boys, former Wafa boys in team Menu and Michael Che Jamana. And the Emmanuel Entry, agent of many as made 4-3. And the Babaya to left wing, but later on Peter Kwabe swap it. na Peter all right, and Albert Amua leading. The Kotoko team also had new players. Kotoko had 7 new players.
Like us.
Yes. But the thing is, just like them Mr. Tuo Kano, in this case, we bought the Kotoko team abaso for their early recruitment. Mr. Tuo, a idea about and run a down so what the has compare Kotoko. Because it looks like the Kotoko players are more settled into the team than that of Club Efreno a year had to folk. So check it Lord Amwa time or buy. Lord Amwa Baby Drui, Ebo Midiema friendly, Ebo Gold Stars friendly. He was part of the friendly game against Hohoi United, and he was part of the friendly game against Vision FC. Into a joining Kotoko team, no, and you're close to a month and 2 weeks training with Kotoko. Moving forward, Obe Chekobi says Samba. And Mr. Tuo, and as early as possible, Samba Ebe Durie able close to 5 different preseason matches with Kotoko. And Mr. Tuo, at the back down so Kotoko said they learned something from last season. Because so Mr. Tuo check Kotoko last season almost started preseason very late. And then Yasem Ketwa. Because last season, Kotoko preseason na Bantam. Omu wie no ade ba ko ene say players ni bebre amba beduru ntem enti ema time new players na started so mo ba Kotoko no na last season they were shaking a lot, but clearly this season ade ba ko Asante Goroko technical team and the IMC no eye say they decided say they will not repeat what happened last season. It was Mr. to a ball Ghana Premier League ni ya and Asante Koroko decided say players on mon pom no be mo mako and players no mo pom no and the many they should bring them on board. So it looks like the Kotoko players have settled faster because of the decisions behind the scenes by the Asante Koroko management. Say omo madia to omo last season been to omo. So Kotoko started with 5 players at the back, but throughout the game you can see this level of excellent communication between the players. So what check here? No to na me kwa medwen say coach ni de bia blebi e ba be shem. Ana bia omo de coach bi be shem. Sane e ma foforo ni nya bebre. But the coach take a bold decision. He had the players and no scout to omo ye. Mr. To the pattern of Kotoko was clear and ra. And no be here Kotoko ball no.
What's the back with your send message?
No to me ba.
Because attack. So say you are speaking as if me babe.
Oh, do you BBA?
And you're bad, but I say, as over soldiers, uni
Debbie.
And I would say,
and Drew.
I said, the supporters need feel.
No, I understand what they are feeling. Now, so to last season, Kotoko played first game against Heart of Lions board draw. I sat there and said that a new team to me now. Actually, you catch on players, any coach is so improve. Obia me. One Kotoko ball first game against Lions on board draw last season.
Big club,
I'm still to almost ball Gold Stars lose last season. I said that Kotoko fans should relax because a new team, and I gave every player baby free baby. You get my point? And it's a super first game. Not a lot of new players. Also, old players are. I should be fair enough to say that they are building a new team. But we will give Kotoko credit because they are 2 last season. Now, Mr. Tuo, Kotoko last friendly match last season against Nswatre. I feel that players need to be able last season. Okay. And some players.
So you go back to Ten Hag.
Starting. But this season, Kotoko decided so many players na bantem. And players never bantem no. They abeta mo ebo media mama atinibi. Obo Kotoko any Gold Stars. Obo Kotoko ni Vision. Obo Kotoko ni Hohoi. Enti eno a obo no. Asa what team no matter kakra. Because Ogumenya a long time to train with the players. Check your bit to say Emmanuel entry. Check a time entry by. Ogumni entry more training for more than a month. And it looks like Kotoko had an idea of the kind of players they wanted.
Okay.
That has. We were told steady high score players no mo penankasa no omenya and some players wo mo be justify and no form. So these are more like the third option of how to folk. But Kotoko e breaking the bank e call for the players they wanted. Apart from Omoa, no mo ye bibia no mo nsenka no. Dia na is a coach ni penyina no. They insisted and get in.
Thank you.
And had the players for him. Me to wan na nim Samba. But Ogumsen was scouting for 3 years no akofa na ba. Ablo. Wan na nim.
So in this case, Samba kobo na anye ya. We say we should have time when you are sure and very confident of who you are bringing. Ye jao se kofa di opebra. Na wa kwa kofa na ba ye jao. Watara say oh ba kono wo no kai na interview the uno. The
Yeah.
was we monye the best of materials. Then you have a whole preseason. You go and bring the best of materials. You take them to Togo. Go everywhere. Oba na newly promoted side as shall. O say yes, I'm at time.
Me to me the any say. Me to yeah, I follow transfer no. Yet na I say Watara first option Ebenezer Aba. Ha say nyana ma no. He had to go to baby any for Samuel Amofa. Some of the players are on ball house matching on bare trials. No disrespect to players on bare trials. But a could do leveler. The only option he had was to pick those players. No, are picking the best out of them. Compare that to Kotoko. Time and now man focus player man may justify Kotoko coach in this derby. I want this. I want that.
Okay.
That is the difference. And the honor me free ba.
But that's it. I'm saying you've had some. Pa kwesi. Pa say. Somebody speaking as if Coach Watara started with us just 3 weeks ago. Okay, and then Owusu Donko Senior. If I may borrow the words of the General Z's to say Obed, you go explain Taya. Is it not the same as team that beat teams in Togo? They are just continue from where they left off. This is a new team now. They were in Togo beating clubs. Congrats, Pokemon Warriors, Samba. Regime Samba. Okay. All right. What's this one corner? No. Zach.
So,
Until
it's interesting. The reason why